Welcome back to the second video of remaking Vampire Survivors in GameMaker. So today we're gonna do this part, basically just randomly assigning a background tile to the game, because let's use the power of magic, and therefore we're gonna do that very quickly in GameMaker. So if you're up for the challenge, hey, stick around. This is One Up Indie. I am a developer, so if you like what you're seeing, hey, why not consider sharing, liking and subscribing to the channel, of course. Alrighty, so this is how an empty project would look like, and what we're gonna do is create a tile set, because we want to manipulate this one. Tile set, here we go. Let's be super creative, and then assign it a sprite. And this is what we're going to use, is basically this kind of sprite here, because it has for us all we need. Basically you could consider that brushes, so these are the common ones, and then rarer, and these ones are the most rare ones. So once again, this is how it looks like. And then, for example, just go to a tile set and apply that thing. Boom, we can close it because we are not going to need it directly. Of course, you can have a regular tile set and then paint everything manually in your room. Nah, let's not gonna do that. So create our tile set, and then what we want to do is create the magic of, well, distributing all the tiles manually. So let's put that into a nice folder. For that we just need a controller object. So here, boom, and then this one will do it on the fly. So let's say, for example, at the game start, at the room start, room start makes more sense. We're gonna do a few things. So first of all, we need to get all the tiles here, which you're seeing. So how is that? By the way, apply our tile set. Now we could paint if we like, but this is of course not what we want. We want the machine, the magic, to do its own thing. So the first thing which we need to get here is how many tiles we're having horizontally and vertically. And this is kind of easy. You just take the room width and the room height and then divide it by 16, because this is the the size of each tile in this kind of tile set. So this is a 16 by 16 example. And then what we're going to do is basically, first of all, let's go into our room and see what kind of properties we're having. I just made the room quite huge. Of course, you can go with crummy numbers. This actually works also, but better let's make it like this. Then here a few changes also. So let's go, what was that, 400 by 225. So this is for us a little easier to see. So 900, 1600. Then later on, as you can see, boom, this will be upscaled to a window of that size, and then we have this kind of properties. So how can we do this? So the first thing which we need to get, and this is a complete standard thing. So for example, if you hit F2, a layer get ID, you will get those two lines. So basically we're just storing into a variable our tile set. So basically the layer which the tile set is, and then we are storing in the map ID the actual tile set which we want to manipulate. So basically we are going through a double loop. So basically this is how a double loop looks like, and then we are just going through all the positions which are in there. So basically horizontally from 0 to, I don't know, to the end, and then the next line 0 to the end, and then basically we're just getting all the positions, and then we're just storing that into width and height as kind of an index. So what we're gonna do here, so the first thing which we want to do is, well, apply that to our tile set. And then we just say like, hey, which tile set do we want to target, and let's go to the tooltip, what kind of cell we are having, so X and Y. And because we are going through a double loop, basically we are taking and grabbing all the values. And now we're having a thing which I just call quality. You can call it whatever you like. And here we let the computer choose what we want. Now this, and then we just say like, hey, we need an index position, so basically a tile data, and tile data would be here. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then these are the normal ones, and then these are the rarer ones, so 6, 7, maybe 8, and then the last ones are the rarest ones. So how can we do this? Not recommended, by the way, but let's do it anyway. So let's copy paste it. So basically we just choose between the number 1, which is chosen quite a lot, and then number 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. Of course you can mix and match the way you like that. And then, for example, the rarest ones are 6 and 7 as an index, so basically here on this sprite. And then the rarest ones are the last 4 ones. Once again, you can abuse the system to your liking, and then we are pretty much finished. So let's actually drag our object controller into the room, of course, on instances. Let's give it actually a nice icon, so we actually see that it's in the room. Yes, it is. And then, for example, once we start it, we get this. So as you can see, randomly assigned background tiles. Boom, instantly, quickly done, without much fuss. So basically just grabbing the width and the height, going through a double loop, and then just swapping each cell, each tile, and then just kind of randomly assigning it so it looks nice. So for example, these ones shouldn't be too many times, so therefore they don't appear. And once again, easy peasy magic thing. So the next thing which we're gonna do, and then we're pretty much finished, because this is just for starters to hopefully entice you to do more later on with me, of course. Already did this. So basically we just create our object player, and then we give him a sprite. So here, and then what we actually can do is place this dude into the room and make the camera follow him. So this is objects player, and then, well, just set those numbers here, 100 or whatever, and then well, the camera will nicely follow to him, and then let's start it again. But of course this is just for testing, so it all looks neat and fitting. As you can see, pretty sweet background. And then what you see is basically all the time the same background. Just to avoid that, we just go into our controller and say like, hey dude, randomize. So randomize. What does that mean? Basically we're just saying to GameMaker, hey, each time please a different seed for random values. And then, for example, once we started, then the image will look different. Well, the background tiles will look different. As you can see, now those two bushes which were here are gone. And that's pretty much it. And of course you can advance the system to be a little bit more refined, but this is of course for just showing that off. Alrighty, hopefully you enjoyed this second video, which was actually practical knowledge of remaking Vampire Survivors in GameMaker, and not Studio and not Hotline Miami. Alrighty, see you the next time. Have a good one. One up, Indie.